Imposter syndrome is messing with your money, but that's okay. I'm going to teach you exactly how to get over imposter syndrome by the end of this video. If you're ready to get going, say, let's go in the comments. Now, imposter syndrome is emotional, but it's also expensive. And it's a lie, in my opinion. Imposter syndrome, it really doesn't exist. Okay, that's my hot take. It does not really exist. It's something that we have been told we have or that we think we have. But you're probably waiting to feel ready. That's what it really is about. I have to feel ready. Am I ready for this role? Am I ready for this position? Am I ready for this time in my life? But you're probably more qualified than 90% of the people getting paid for that thing right now. I want you to sit with that for a second. Okay. And what imposter syndrome does is it costs you. It costs you. It costs you for the missed offers that you never pitched to people. It costs you the clients who chose someone less skilled than you, but more visible because you weren't putting yourself out there because I'm not ready. It costs you the content you didn't post, so the assets you did not create, and the email you didn't send, the pricing that you discounted, because you're trying to protect your own self from rejection. Anytime I'm saying something that's hitting, you let me know in the comments, okay? It's that the discounts, it's the opportunities you didn't even apply for. That's what imposter syndrome is doing to you right now. Every time you doubt yourself publicly, you're subconsciously training your audience to doubt you too, or your potential customer too. Now, this may hit you harder, and it definitely hits me harder in the past, has hit me harder. Because when you are underestimated your whole life, if you're the only person in the room, the only one in the room most of your career, if social media makes it look like everyone else has it all together, if you were raised, get ready, if you were raised to feel humble, to be humble, right? To humble yourself, not visible, then this may be for you. You may have felt that way growing up. I'm not supposed to rock the boat. I'm not supposed to stand out. It would be boasting. There's culture, it's cultural, in a lot of cases. Sometimes it's put upon you by other people. Sometimes it's you're not supposed to rock the boat because it could be dangerous for us in that situation. We cannot make a lot of noise. We cannot stand out. We've been taught to stay quiet, and then we punish ourselves for not being loud enough. So there's a way we can beat this without having to be fake and have to fake confidence, okay? You want to think about information over insecurity. I talk about this in my book, It's About Damn Time. I talk about this a lot, actually, where I used to have this incredible stage fright, like debilitating stage fright. I could not talk in front of more than 5 people at a time. I could talk one-on-one all day long. I could even do like online, that kind of thing. But if I'm in front of somebody for like most of my life, I couldn't do public speaking. And I now speak in front of, tens of thousands of people at a time. Had my own event that had 2,000 people 3 days in a row. But the way that I did this, like there's a whole chapter and It's About Damn Time about this, but really the way that I did this was I got more information. Because if you think about why you get nervous about speaking and doing public events, it's because you're worried that you may say the wrong thing. You're worried that you may not know the answer to something. And then you will go silent, and then it's deer in headlights, and then your heart is beating, and then your voice is echoing, right? It's all stemming back to, what if I don't know? Well, here's the good thing. You can learn. So the thing that you're being held back by is something that you can actually fix. Either you can learn it and learn more about it than anybody else in the room, so therefore you're not as worried about not knowing the answer, or you can realize you already know the answer. You know more than 90% of the people in the room. You're just telling yourself that you don't know, right? If you've done something for several years, you know it. If you're a parent, you know parenting, okay? You don't have to be in rehearsal mode or demo mode or test mode constantly. One thing I want you to do is to challenge yourself to just post. I want you to challenge yourself to just put up a YouTube video, even if it's not perfect, even if it doesn't have all the packaging that I talk about and all the things figured out. Because most people, they're not even going to see it, you know? So it's kind of a good thing. It's like the fact that when you have a new channel or you have a small channel, a lot of people don't see it yet. That's a good thing. And if a lot of people are seeing it, that's another good problem to have. You know, you say in the next video, I'll do a little bit better of a job. But I want you to get used to just putting yourself out there, because if you don't do it, when is it going to happen? You see how fast the world is moving? How fast is this world moving with AI and all the tech and with just the way life is? And like, you know, everybody gets older, but we're getting older. Like if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, when is it going to be your time? Say my time in the comments if you're still with me. My time. Say in the comments for me. Now, another thing you want to do is you don't want to wait to feel confident and then sell. You want to sell because that builds your confidence, right? We talk about like like being ready. Readiness doesn't come and then you do. It comes from doing. So you just tell yourself it's going to not be great. It's not going to be perfect. I'm going to get some stuff wrong. It's going to be a little bit embarrassing. If you tell yourself that, you have just taken away 50% or more of the thing that can be held over you, of the power of it all, of being scared, right? You take back control because you're like, it's not going to be good anyway, but not in a self-deprecating way, but in a like a realistic, this is my first time doing this. It's probably not going to be the best version of it. And about a year from now, I'll probably laugh at this one. Like that's why a lot of YouTubers keep their early videos up, because they're like, you know what? I want to see the growth. I want to see the difference. Right? I mean, I'm going to look at this video and I'm going to be like, what were you thinking? But I'm out here and I'm making money and I'm impacting people. I'm affecting people. I'm inspiring people. And then I say I'm making money, you know, because I put myself out there. Because even with stage fright, I finally said to myself several years ago, I finally said to myself, that is a story I'm telling myself. That is what I have said to myself. As I don't speak in public. I don't do it. What is that? What opportunities has that been keeping me from? It was 3 opportunities that it kept me from that forced me to say, I'm changing my mind. So you don't have to necessarily translate this to you have to be a public speaker now. But what I want you to do is that thing that you have been holding back on, that thing that you have been worrying about, I want you to step into it. I want you to step into it wholeheartedly, knowing that it is a teaching and a learning moment. And I want you to borrow some belief. Borrow some belief from me. I used to say, if you didn't have confidence, you could borrow some from me. Just borrow it like a necklace. Put it on you. Just do the motion of it. Like take it from me and do the motion of putting it on, like armor. It's now yours. Borrow it from someone else who's a mentor, part of your community, or somebody. Go to my AI that I have. I'm gonna tell you about that. So I have this new AI voice that's called Arlan's AI Homegirl. She's free. It's free to use. You go to it. I have the link in the description. I'll put it down. And you go to it and you talk to it and you push a button. It starts the voice and the person will say something. It's my assistant. She's my homegirl. It's not my assistant. She's like my homegirl who's been trained on all of my IP. She tells you a little bit how to get started, and then you just talk to her like you're talking to me or a mentor or a consultant. Like you hired me and you're asking me questions about your company or about mindset. And she will walk with you and talk to you. You can pull from that. You can borrow some of her confidence, my confidence through her. It's arlansAIhomegirl.com. arlansAIhomegirl.com, or you can go to the link in the description. Again, it's free. And it actually costs me money to have it because every time somebody uses it, it costs money, but I'm covering that because hundreds of people have already used it in the demo. I've only had the demo up for 2 days. And so I know it's helping people. So you can borrow some of that belief, right? Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do now because you're going to want to see the videos. If this video has been helpful to you so far, you're going to want to be part of the rest of the videos that I put up because I'm putting up videos all the time, several times a week. And the reason I did this video or I'm doing this video is because I get so many people who are, it doesn't matter if you're brand new to entrepreneurship or to content creation or any of that, or if they've been in it for a minute. I still hear the same thing, and I hear it mostly from underestimated people. Not only like obviously everybody has felt underestimated in some point in their lives. To be honest with you, they felt that. So I hear it from people who are has been marginalized, have been put into a box one way or another. You could be a short white man and feel underestimated. Okay? Because I see your comments. It can be anybody, but honestly, I hear it from people who have been told for most of their lives that what your job is your job is to help your parent take care of the family. Your job is to be older than you really are. Your job is to be more mature than you really are, should be at that age. And not only that, but you're supposed to do it with grace and you're supposed to do it without complaining. And you're also supposed to do it quietly. You're supposed to be in the shadows because if you try to bring light to yourself, that means that you're boasting, you're being proud, and pride is not is a sin, like that is the vibe that I get from a lot of people. Some people say, well, I don't know, why are you always talking, so much about your accomplishments and why are you doing that? A lot of people don't ask me that, but some people do, honestly. And I'm like, I'm, I'm proud of it. I had somebody on Twitter once. So I've been on the cover of Fast Company, right? And I talk about it all the time because it happened years ago. It happened in 2018, but I'm gonna still talk about it to this day. I was on the cover of Fast Company. I was the first Black woman who is a non-celebrity to be on the cover. Prior to me was Oprah, Serena Williams, and Beyonce, and then me. Okay, on the print cover of Fast Company, and there have been some since. So I'm proud of that. Um, So somebody said to me on Twitter, because I've been talking about it maybe 2, 3 years at that point. They said, when are you going to stop talking about being on the cover of Fast Company? And I said, I don't know. When did you stop talking about your cover of Fast Company? Help me be my mentor. Tell me what I should do. And that shut them up. They never responded to that because it's, we are here for just a short amount of time. We're a blip. We're a blip and then we're gone. And I don't believe we have time for imposter syndrome. I simply don't believe we have the time and the luxury for it. I know that it is stemming from something deeply rooted. I know that it is real. I know that it is legitimate. I'm not taking away from the realness of how you feel. What I'm saying to you is, despite the fact that it's real, despite the fact that it pains you, that we don't have time for it. We have so much time to make up for with very little time to do it in. Now, there are things that, are so wonderful now that we have the access to, and you can do the same amount, you can do more than you've done in the last 10 years in the next 10 months. I've done more in 3 weeks working with AI and putting together systems and implementing what I learned. So I learn for 50% of the time and I implement for 50% of the time. I've done more than I have in probably 6 months, and that's saying a lot for me because I do a lot. We are in the time right now. We cannot afford to let our lives pass us by for another wasted moment of wondering if we're ready for something. There are people in positions right now that you're like, how'd they get in that position? How did they get that promotion? How did they do that? Are they over there saying, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be here. I'm going to step down. No, no, you're passing them by, they're in first class and you're walking right past them. Why do you need to walk past them? Sit with them. Sit with them. Put your bags up and just sit. And if you're already in first class, why aren't we thinking about the charter? And I mean that literally and figuratively. I'm talking about actually thinking about how you travel, and I'm thinking about how you travel through life. Why do we not want more for ourselves? We say we want more for ourselves, but we're also saying it's okay to put ourselves in a box. It's okay. I'm an introvert. I have imposter syndrome. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Okay, fantastic. Now the next sentence needs to be, here's what I'm going to do about it. Yeah. If you agree with me, if you're ready to make a change, put yes in the comment. Just say, yes, I am. Yes, I'm ready. Let me know in the comments right now. And let me know what other topic you want me to talk about and to address. Because imposter syndrome is one of the ones that I hear about the most. And I want to address that. But there's so much more that we need to talk about. Because if we can get this out of the way, if we can move this block out of the way for you, you can build your company, you can build your side hustle, you can build your business, whatever you refer to what you do to make money, you can build that. You can put up your YouTube videos, you can make more money. You can use AI to just explode that because everybody else is going to, not everybody, a lot of people are going to figure that out. They're going to say, yep, I'm not going to be on the sidelines. I'm going to go here and make some things happen in my life over the next 2 years because this is the boom era is this 2 year period from 2025 to 2027. Mid 2025 to mid 2027. This is your moment. Put the bucket out and let it rain because we don't know what happens after that. We don't know if AI gets so good that it gets weird, right? But right now we're in a place where it can work to our advantage and we can shore up some things. Yes, we can do it scared. Yes, we can do it with eyes wide open and not, having our morals intact, having the hard conversations about AI. We can do it at the same time. I know we can, and I know you can. I'm speaking of, I'm having two things coming up soon that are live. So I'm doing a live workshop that is about maximizing your revenue with AI while you can. Link below. If you go to the stand store, it's a link below. And then I have one about YouTube. It's a YouTube masterclass where where I'm teaching you everything you need to know about launching. Even if you're just beginning, if you never launched a video, you never recorded a video for YouTube, I'm going to teach you how to. But more importantly, I'm teaching you the behind the scenes of what I work on every day, the way that I look at the YouTube strategy and the way that I look at the AI strategy in these two. I think seeing it from that perspective rather than what I just tell you on YouTube is going to be more helpful than me telling you how to upload a video, which I do as well, right? So you want to see that behind the scenes strategy that I normally would put into a mastermind that costs $20,000, $30,000 a year. I'm just handing it to you on these calls. So join me on those. Check out that arlansaihomegirl.com. Let me know what you think in the comments. How was it? How did it help you? And you can actually say to it, you can say, hey, can you sound more excited? And if you do this, if you go, hey, will you say woohoo? If you do that, like tell it what to say in what manner, it'll actually do that. And so it's kind of funny. Yeah, anyway, so do that. I know that life is moving fast. I know you're doing the best you can. I just know that the best you can is better than what most people can do who are getting paid more than you. The best you can is better than what the most other people who are getting paid more can do. So let's take the best you can and uplift it, monetize it, get you set, get you out of the situation you're in, or uplift you so you can have that second home or that third vacation of the year. Let's get you where you need to be.